On behalf of the Tri-County Baha'i community, we would like to welcome you to the celebration of the 200th anniversary of the birth of Baha'u'llah. The earth is one country and mankind its citizens.
These words are the basis for the central teachings of Baha'u'llah, the founder of the Baha'i faith. Baha'is believe all religions come from the same source, have the same foundation, and shine the same light on humanity. During these devastating times of natural disasters and civil unrest, we all look to God for answers and hope.
Every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God is endowed with such potency as can instill new life into every human. Baha'u'llah promised that one day humanity will live side by side in peace and unity.
Divine revelation throughout the ages has been the motivating power to progress mankind and to bring about an ever-advancing civilization. Baha'u'llah said peace is not only possible, but it is inevitable. These fruitless strifes, these ruinous wars shall pass away, and the most great peace shall come.
Now, we would like to welcome Deirdre Waterman, Mayor of Pontiac, to say a few words.
Thank you, and it is my privilege and pleasure as the mayor of this wonderful city of Pontiac to welcome you here. I'm so happy that you have chosen our city and this beautifully renovated Strand Theater that we're so proud of in our downtown to have here your celebration for the Bicentenary of Baha'u'llah. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful event, and I'm so happy to be part of this beautiful opening ceremony with your choir and with the people who have here worked long and hard to present this event for you. I do have here a proclamation from the city of Pontiac, and I'm going to ask Janet to come forward to receive that proclamation. But to tell you that as mayor of the city, that I espouse a lot of the principles that you observe in the Baha'i faith, the oneness of all people. I think that's an important principle, and I, as the mayor of the city, also realize that we are multicultural, multi-ethnic, multiracial, and it's important for us all to come together for the purpose of achieving a better community. So that is something that I think is truthful, whether we're in the community, or whether we are religious faith, or whether we are leaders, or whether we are followers, or whether we're just everyday citizens. So that's important for me as mayor, and I'm happy today to present this proclamation to you, for you're also embracing that philosophy. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Dr. Deirdre Waterman, on behalf of the city of Pontiac, do hereby declare Sunday, October 22, 2017, as the bicentenary of the birth of Baha'u'llah in this city, and urge all to resolve on this day to promote in themselves and in their relations with others those qualities and attributes that will help bring about the recognition of the oneness of humanity, to embrace diversity, and to work for unity in their local community, in our country, and in the world. And this I do present to you on this day.
Even as a baby, Baha'u'llah was extraordinary. Blessed with a saintly nature, he never cried. He was a descendant of Abraham and Zoroaster, born into a very wealthy family, but he didn't care about the things of this world. At 7, he had such an intense sense of justice that he rode for 2 days to confront a tyrannical tax collector that was harassing his father. The charges were dismissed. At 13, he would be found in the middle of large gatherings of holy men, answering their religious questions. He had innate knowledge without a formal education. When he was older, he declined a prestigious position with the government so that he could spend his time helping the helpless. And because of that, he was called the father of the poor.
Our program will highlight several of Baha'u'llah's teaching through music, song, dance, and performance. Many of these performances were created specifically for this event. Artists from a wide variety of backgrounds will illuminate the principles of independent search of truth, equality of men and women, and the abolition of prejudice, and the establishment of peace and justice for all. We will begin with the prayer of unity.
O my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy laws. Help them, O God, in their endeavor and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, leave them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of thy knowledge, and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily, thou art the helper and their Lord.
مشکات بیان را این کلمه به مثابه مصباح است. ای اهل عالم، همه بار یک دارید و برگ یک شاخسار. به کمال محبت و اتحاد و مودت و اتفاق سلوک نمایید. قسم به آفتاب حقیقت، نور اتفاق آفاق را روشن سازد. حق آگاه گواه این گفتار بوده و هست.
Son of Spirit, the best beloved of all things in my sight is justice. Turn not away therefrom if thou desirest me, and neglect it not that I may confide in thee. By its aid thou shalt see with thine own eyes, and not through the eyes of others, and shalt know of thine own knowledge, and not through the knowledge of thy neighbor. Ponder this in thine heart, how it behooveth thee to be. Verily, justice is my gift to thee, and the sign of my loving kindness. Set it then before thine eyes.
The first principle of the teachings of Baha'u'llah is the search after truth.
The world of humanity has two wings. One is woman and the other man. Not until both wings are equally developed can the bird fly. Should one wing remain weak, flight is impossible.
Ta ding ding da da ding ding da ding ding da ding ding da da ding da jin da ding ta long da ding da ding na tum da ri da ta na ta jo nu ta di mi ta ki ta ri ta na ta jo nu ta di mi ta ki ta ri ta na ta jo nu ta di mi ta ki ta ri ta ta jo nu ta di mi ta ki ta ri ta ta jo nu ta di mi ta ta ri ta ta jo nu ta di mi ta ki ta ri ta ta jo nu ta di mi ta ta ri ta jo nu ta di mi ta ti ki na tum ta tin ki na tum ta tin ki na tum ka ta ka tum ka tong ta tin ki na tum ka ta tum ka tong ta tin ki na tum ka ta tum ka tong.
Revolutionaries, our words are our weapons. Followers in the same path, believers in the same cause, oneness of mankind and the equality of men and women. Ideas beyond comprehension in 1800s Persia. It was Baha'u'llah that gave me the name Tahare, meaning the pure one. When I was young, I would hide behind a scrim and listen to the lessons given to my brothers. I soaked in every word that the teachers uttered, and I became your revered poetess. But then I dared to dream of what could be, and that is why you despise me. O slumbering one, the beloved has arrived. Arise, brush off the sleep, the dust of sleep, and self arise. Come not before him with tears, arise. The mender of concerns has come to you, O heavy-hearted one, arise. O one afflicted by separation, behold the good tidings of the beloved's union, arise. Behold, the new year brings a fresh life. O withered corpse of yesteryear, up from the tomb, arise. You do not want to hear these words. You do not want this knowledge so that you can continue to hold the power. Because I am a woman, I am your property, devoid of a soul. That is what you think, O men of little understanding. You see, I saw in my dream the one that was to come, and I knew, no, I felt, and there was no turning back. It is my duty to carry his message forward. You cannot take away my dream. My home, my life, my family are not as large as this cause. It cannot be contained. I am a part of a new day, a design for something so profound and so extraordinary was set before me. I will not be trapped within the confines of what you think I am allowed to see, to do, to believe. I have no choice. Can you not see that? I cannot sleep. I cannot eat. I am bidden to bring this message to the thirsty, the ones that have been waiting from the beginning of time. There is an energy in the air. There is a quickening of the spirit, and I serve to free the world from tyranny and ignorance so that people will see through their own eyes and not through the eyes of others. The illiterate, they rely on you, the clergy. But your words are not enough. They will not stop the world's progress. And because of my devotion to something other than you, because I believe in the equality of men and women, you have called into question my virtue. You have called me names. You have exiled me from town to town. You have stoned me in the streets. And you will strangle me with my own scarf. This I know. You can kill me as soon as you like, but you cannot stop the emancipation of women. Move. And they did. I was young and it made me feel powerful. I was a prison guard at a dungeon called the Black Pit. I was in charge of 80 men in prison for a crime I later found out that they hadn't committed, but truth be told, it was because they were part of a new religious movement. Move. And they descended 3 flights of stairs into this hellhole filled with vermin. Move into the pitch black, damp, and cold. Move into the smell so rancid, so foul that even the thought sickens me. Move. And they didn't fight back. Their feet were in stocks, their necks fastened with a 100-pound chain, so notorious we gave it its own name, Kwaraha Gauhar. Its scars would remain with them for the rest of their lives. And the men were taken one by one to be executed in the market square. But they moved to their death as if they were meeting their beloved. They had a leader of sorts, and one of the prison officials, he tried to poison them. But beyond causing some suffering, the poison had no effect. Well, this interested me, so I began observing him. I watched him sleeping, and there was a light enfolding him like a shining vesture. I didn't know the significance. But yet, those who were close to him, they could not fail to witness a transformation of spirit, a power and a radiance never seen in him before. So what happened to create such a change?
He was persecuted because of his beliefs. In prison, chained with no relief. Ridiculed just because he wanted to bring world peace. But his love for mankind never ceased.
The next day, on my way to the prison, I heard this magnificent sound. But how could such joy come from this horrid pit? It drew me like a magnet, so I rushed in and I took my post. And there they were. These chained men lined up in 2 rows, facing each other. And this man that I had been watching, he was leading them in a chant, but no, like a prayer, really. And the light, it still surrounded him. And then there was a change in me. I no longer screamed, "Move." Now I was the one moved, and there was no turning back.
Kind Lord, these lovely children are the handiwork of the fingers of thy might and the wondrous signs of thy greatness. O God, protect these children, graciously assist them to be educated and enable them to render service to the world of humanity. O God, these children are pearls. Cause them to be nurtured within the shell of thy loving kindness. Thou art the bountiful, the all-loving. Justice is sacred, and the rights of all the people must be considered. Desire for others only that which you desire for yourselves.
We'd really like to thank our good friend Mark Stone and all of the event organizers for having us and for gathering us in this way. We also welcome to the stage our friends and wonderful musical companions, Marion Hayden on bass, Galen McKinney on drums, Leslie Ann Stone on vocals, and again, Mark Stone on percussion. wanted to invite y'all to sing with us on this. This is a brand new song commissioned for this event, and the words of the refrain are, no one is superior, no one is inferior, we're all in this together. One circle in unity, interdependent community, we're all in this together. You'll get the hang of it once you hear it. No one is superior, no one is inferior, we're all in this together. One circle in unity, one circle in unity, interdependent community, we're all in this together. Let's try it one more time. You want to join us? No one is superior, no one is superior, no one is inferior, no one is inferior, we're all in this, we're all in this together. One circle in unity, one circle in unity, interdependent community, we're all in this together. Dear brother, you are not alone. Please come back to your true home. Let your spirit be free. Let your mind be at ease. We need you to wake up and try. We need you to spread your wings and fly. We need to do this together. Superior, no one is superior, no one is inferior, we're all in this together. One circle in unity, one circle in unity, interdependent community, we're all in this together. With so much injustice before us, like trees falling down in the forest, if we let ancient wisdom inform us, the spirit of love will transform us, and we'll grow towards justice together. No one is superior. No one is superior. Let me hear you now. No one is inferior. We're all in this together. One circle in unity. One circle in unity. One circle in unity. Interdependent community. keyboard and vocals. My name is Joe Riley. We call our duo Spirits Rising.
Keep you involved. So this next one's called All My Relations, and the chorus is also pretty easy. And so we'll practice it together, and I want to hear the beautiful voices. I know you all are a choir out there. It was beautiful. So it goes, let's see. All my brothers and all my sisters. Can you try that? Let's go. Brothers and all my sisters. That's good. Okay, let's keep going. Come together, the time is now. So come together, the time is now. And then the second part goes, all my sisters and water protectors. So all my sisters and water protectors, come together, we need you now. So it goes, come together, we need you now. Sounds great.
Sounds so good.
Sounds so good. All right, so here we go. They want to separate us by color, but we all know that that don't work. Keep us separate from each other, so our power is dispersed. But I cry, all my brothers and all my sisters, come together, the time is now. All my sisters and water protectors, come together, we need you now. Way out, way out, way out, way out. Way out, way out, way out, way out. Way out, way out, way out, way out. Way out, way out, way out, way
Oh, we can't wait for someone else to do the work we need. We're not separate, we're all connected. Together we hold the sea.
I cry, all my brothers and all my sisters, come together, the time is now. All my sisters and water protectors, come together, we need you now. Way out, way out, way out, way out. 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 All my brothers and all my sisters, come together, the time is now. All my sisters and water protectors, come together, we need you now. Way out, way out, way out, way out. Way out, way out, way out, way out. Way out, way out, way out, way out. Way out, way out, way out, way out.
All our relations. We want to bring on the youth choir next. Let's give a warm welcome to the stage, these beautiful young people. They're going to help us with this last tune. And if you didn't figure out by now, we like to have sing-along, so we invite you to sing on this last one, too. The kids are going to teach it to you. We're going to start out saying there's a place for you in the circle. The circle can expand. Come and join the circle, all people hand in hand. You'll get the hang of it. You can join in when you feel it. invite you to join in with us. There is love for you in the circle, a love you can understand. There is love for you in the circle, a love you can understand. Come and join. Come and join the circle. All people, hand in hand. There is peace in the circle. Non-violence. Non-violence is our plan. Come and join. Come and join the circle. All people, hand in hand. Very good. There is strength in the circle as together we all stand. There is strength in the circle as together we all stand. Come and join. Come and join the circle. All people, hand in hand. There is healing in the circle. Healing on the land. Healing on the land. Come and join the circle. All people, hand in hand. Very good. Now we went around the whole circle, so we're going to end as we started. There's a place for you in the circle. There's a place for you in the circle. The circle can extend. Come and join the circle. All people, hand in
Where was I going? Well, I had no idea. I had planned to visit my grandma, but I became surrounded by all of these people, swept away in a sea of humanity. I had been observing the crowds for a while. That's what I do. I'm an observer. I question everything. I'm impulsive and inquisitive, and I ask lots of questions, and I want to know the why of things. My mother says it will be the death of me. Well, I left word for her that I would be gone for a while and not to be concerned. I had never seen such diverse people together. Clergy and noblemen and poor and Christians and Jews and Muslims all trying to see him. Well, they lined the streets, they stood on their roofs. But he was riding a donkey instead of a horse. Why? I even saw this woman give her baby to this man for a blessing. And the children were clinging to his robes. I mean, who was he to cause such a commotion? And why was he leaving Baghdad? So I slipped into the crowd and I followed. And I overheard some say that this holy man had been put on house arrest and was being banished to Constantinople to stop him from teaching. I was confused. If he was an infidel, why were people so sad to see him go? Why? The river Tigris had lowered and the people crossed. So I crossed with them, lost in their mist. And on the other side was the most beautiful garden called Rizvan, which means paradise. Tents had been set up by this holy man's son so he could receive his guests before his departure. It was only April, but the roses already lined the paths and perfumed the breezes. I watched as the gardener cut and brought the roses to his tent, piling them so high that those who entered could not see over them. I hid outside of his tent, listening, transfixed. For 12 days, he and his followers gathered. People lined up to attain his presence, and each one who entered left with a rose. Only the canvas separated us. And when night fell, he would pace by the light of the moon, and the nightingales warbled so loudly I could not hear him anymore. But I knew he was there because I felt this electricity in the air, and the atmosphere went from sadness to joy. I didn't understand then, and then I did. He announced to several of his followers who he was, but I think we all knew in our hearts, really, and that's the only place that matters. I prayed to attain his presence too.
All right, this next piece, the next piece was written originally by Dizzy Gillespie, and want to give you a heads up. Dizzy would often have people do a chant in the middle of this tune, and the chant will go Ya Baha'u'llah, which means "O Thou Glory of Glories," and is a reference to Baha'u'llah. So we thought, since Dizzy would sometimes do that in concerts, we would, if you guys feel so inspired, you could join us in that. The tune will be Ya Baha'u'llah, Ya Baha'u'llah. So Mark will lead you in that when it's time. You got a mic there, Mike? Mark, for you? I'm still Mark. All right, let's get this one.
Call out to Zion, O Carmel, and announce the gladful tidings. He that was hidden from mortal eyes is come.
This is the promised day of God, foretold by the holy books from the beginning of time.
The light of unity is so strong, it would illuminate the whole earth.
This is the celebration of the 200th anniversary of Baha'u'llah. Thank you so much for joining us today. There are light refreshments on both levels, and we so appreciate your attendance.
I just get happy. Celebration of love. Come on, everybody. Our last song, I was told that quite a few of you know the last song that we're going to sing. We have come to sing praises for our Lord. So if you want to stand up and get in the spirit with us, you're welcome to do it. Let's put our hands together now. Come on now. You really, truly want to sing His praises. Yes, yes.
Our choir, the Late Show's Gospel Choir, is singing with the Spirit of Oneness Choir. Did you enjoy yourselves? My name is Lady Regina, and through God's help, I wrote 2 of the songs on the program. And I want you to know, you can go on the internet and find music recorded by Lady Regina and the Late Show's Gospel Choir at cdbaby.com.